Yeah, I think they had a challenge from the outset with the departure of Hardik Pandya and then Shami getting injured just before the season starts. So they had a couple of massive holes to fill, and then Robin Mins, who was likely to be that man who was going to fill the spot of Hardik Pandya, also got injured. So right from the outset, they didn't know who was going to bat number 4 in their lineup, and because Omazai didn't come in and perform straight away, put a lot more pressure on their top order. So right throughout the tournament, until the last couple of games, their batting unit didn't really fire. Of course, because they didn't fire, they were under pressure from the start. Saha in previous seasons has been dynamic for them at the top, and while he hasn't got the massive scores that sometimes we see openers get in the IPL, he's always got them off to a good start, which didn't happen this year, which put extra pressure on Shubman Gill and Sudharsan to go and try and be a little bit more aggressive at the top, which just didn't work. One of the major bright spots this year for Gujarat Titans is Sudharsan. I think his consistency throughout the tournament was brilliant. He almost always got past 30, and as the season progressed, I think he kind of realised that he needed to take it up a gear, and we saw that great 100 when Shubman Gill also got 100, where his strike rate was sensational. And I think if he takes that blueprint forward into future IPLs, I think he's going to be a sensational player. Sai Kishore and Noor Ahmed. Noor Ahmed in particular, I believe, out-bowled Rashid Khan on a few occasions and was one of their bankers when it came to bowling in the middle phase and taking wickets. And Sai Kishore also came in and had an impact and won a man of the match with a 4-wicket haul. It's just unfortunate for both of those bowlers, in particular Sai Kishore, that because you do have 3 world-class spinners, he didn't get the opportunity that you'd probably like to see him get as a local Indian talent. The domestic players that should be retained, I think Shubman Gill, he's your leader, he's your mainstay. Sai Sudharsan has shown me enough that he should be retained as well. And then I would probably look at Shami, depending on fitness and depending where he's at. I think he's the key cog in the wheel that was missing this year. And then from an overseas point of view, I would look at trying to keep David Miller. I think he's important. And obviously Rashid Khan. He's bound to bounce back after this year's disappointing IPL, just straight off the back of a back injury, back surgery. I expect him to be far better next year. I think he improved as he went on. It's a difficult task to do, particularly in the IPL, where every result means so much, and the fans and the ownership and the management are all in that fight with you together, trying to make sure your side wins. And it's a lot of external pressure. So I saw a lot more concise decisions on the field as the games went on, and I thought he improved, particularly with his bowler rotation towards the end of the season. He looked very, very switched on. I think they need to find a couple of extra explosive batsmen to be able to bat around with Shubman Gill and Sai Sudharsan. I think that's going to be key for their side going forward. And I think they maybe need to look at another all-round option. I think probably a overseas batting all-rounder just to finish up behind David Miller.